I love the blow-off valve. What's up, everybody? That car guy Eddie, and today another video. I know that we've been working really hard on trying to get videos on this right here, our 2021 Polaris Pro XP. This thing is an amazing machine, and you know, you guys have really reached out to us to go, hey, what are you guys doing for mods? What are you guys doing for mods? It's hilarious because more people care about this than more people care about that. So what does that mean? More XP content, hey! So first of all, thanks once again to our master mechanic Adam for lending us your car so that we can do this, and thank you for spending money so that our YouTube viewers can of course get good educated information on what we have here. So a couple of things right off the bat. First of all, if you're not subscribed, definitely go ahead and subscribe. We do all kinds of cool stuff on the channels. We do giveaways from some of our sponsors. We're always doing things. We like to really be interactive with you. Hello, KRX community. I know that I got a lot of you guys over there, so hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Today's video is actually going to be on a couple things. It's going to be on the Bikeman exhaust that we have here, and it's also going to be a review on the blow-off valve. So this machine's got about 15 hours on it, and we wanted to really wait. I want to put a solid 20 before I do anything on the RR, and I think we want to wait till 20 hours to really do it, put the machines through paces, you know. We've had them on dunes, we've had them on dirt, we've had them on trails, we've had them on racetracks, and that's all within 15 or 16 hours. So the only thing we haven't really done is we haven't really taken them up into the tight trails of the mountains. The good news is we live in California, and the cool thing about California is all of that is within about 3 or 4 hours. So I think we're thinking about doing a trail ride next weekend. So with that being said, it's gonna be pretty awesome, and we'll definitely get some content. But bam, right to the exhaust. So let me first start by telling you what you get when you purchase the exhaust from Bikeman. So first of all, if you come over here, the exhaust comes off the header, it comes through here, and then it actually bends, and then it goes into the muffler. Now the stock muffler worked the exact same way. It bent, the stock muffler was behind a plastic piece here, and then it just kicked out. The Bikeman exhaust, same thing, came with the 90, came with this, came with the muffler of course, and then it came with this little cool piece here, which is actually really neat. Effectively, your stock piece, you have a stock plastic piece that hides the muffler, and it typically bolts to here to hide the muffler. Well, obviously we want to show this off. First thing I want to say is first impressions when I saw the muffler, wow, super quality, super quality. I mean, the etching, the hardware, just everything, amazing welds on it. Is just super quality. In a day and a time when you find a lot of muffler manufacturers using a universal muffler and they're literally welding a flange on it and they're calling it a $400 custom muffler, when you could just take a universal muffler and weld your own flange to it, this is worth the money. Man, it is pretty. So because we live in the greatest state of California, we definitely had to get a spark arrestor. For those of you that don't know, a spark arrestor actually fits into the edge here. You can actually see it, and it basically what it is, it's a wire mesh. And if there's any backfire that comes through, any flame or sparks that might come out of the back of your vehicle, what that does is it gets super hot, and it's a screen, and when it hits that screen, it basically will evaporate and burn off any of that extra stuff, keep sparks, extra fuel and stuff from coming out. That's what the spark arrestor does. As you can see, it's pretty loud. It's not deafening loud, I'll tell you that, and it's not annoying loud. One of the things I was concerned about is whenever you put exhaust on a CVT, it's not like a car where you rev it way up and then you shift, and then you rev it way up and you shift. A CVT just revs way up and then stays there. So exhaust can get kind of headachy. This doesn't have that. This is a really loud, throaty sound. You can super hear the twin, which is great. I think you're just playing off the noise that the machine naturally makes, which is really cool. The one thing that we did decide that was kind of a drawback is that while it sounds good in one ear. So here's what that means. Because it's pointing this direction, when you're driving, you hear it a lot on this side versus behind you. One of the things with the stock exhaust is they have it turned down. Even if you look over on the Can-Am, the exhaust points straight out of the back, where this one points out to the side. Now, there's some inherent issues that you might get from pointing out to the side because you do have hot exhaust gases coming this direction, Now, obviously, if you're moving, it's gonna push your hot exhaust gases back, but if you're idling, you know, it can get your tire warm, it can get this piece of plastic warm, because the exhaust is coming right up here. Bikeman does make a $50 turn down pipe, which I think it was already ordered. Did you already order it? Yeah, we totally already ordered it. Like, we drove it, we drove it like an hour with the exhaust on. We're like, we need the turn down. And basically what the turn down is gonna do, it's gonna fit onto the end of this, and it's just gonna turn it just so the sound is backwards. And so that makes sense. If I go like this, it's just louder. I sound like Tarzan right there. Okay, at least I made my daughter laugh. That's hilarious. Hopefully some of you guys laugh too. It's probably gonna be a meme somewhere of me. Anyways, so that's the review of the Bikeman exhaust. Totally worth it, quality product, sounds amazing. Now, power gains. We have a PV3, and as you know, if you follow the channel, I am 100% PV3 buyer. DynoJet, I love you guys. You guys are absolutely amazing because you made a flash programming tool so the average person, which is 95% of people that buy these things, can flash them themselves. If you're gonna flash your car, rather than send it somewhere for a bench tune to a tuner who can always reset it, just get the PV3 and you can do it yourself. Plus, it's a scanner. So if it throws a code, you know what it is. If you want a data log, you know what it is. And the PV3 is really the future of tuning on all machines. I will stand behind that 100%, and I'll talk to you in 6 months and I'll tell you I'm right. But we contacted Bikeman, and what we were trying to do is, after going to the dunes and really having this versus the Can-Am, we really wanted to try to get more power out of the XP. They're really close on horsepower anyways. We did drag race them a little bit, and the Can-Am just gets out of the hole a lot faster. That could be because the Polaris is designed, it's tuned to have most of its usable power between 20 and 50 miles an hour, which is what you're using side-by-sides for most of the time. I mean, yeah, I'm doing 80, 86, 87, 88 miles an hour on flat track, on a track, but when are you really utilizing that on a side-by-side on a trail? So what we want to do is, that's why we want to take it up to the trails next week, get in some tight places, and really see what machine shines and which one we like better, because it's different riding, right? If you're going to the dunes all the time, yeah, you want the biggest, widest, flattest, fastest machine you can get, but if you're not on a dune, that stuff can be detrimental to how you do things. So we got the Bikeman, where we contacted Bikeman, and Bikeman shot us over a stage 1 tune. The idea was stage 2, which is 10 horsepower, right? So the idea was 10 horsepower. Now, the Can-Am has 191, this has 181. Oh, is my head glaring? Yeah, if I had hair, it wouldn't be like that. But thumbs up for hair. Yeah, like and subscribe if you have hair. Hey. Okay, so the idea was to bring the 181 up to the 195, or at least a little closer. That was the idea. So this morning we come out, we hook up the PV3, we contact Bikeman, we get the tune, everything's good to go. We install it and we get a trouble code. We get a check engine light, 102/4, whatever. It was a T-map sensor, okay, which is effectively, it's metering your fuel. So we obviously didn't want to drive it like that. We put it back to stock, and we erased it, we reflashed it. Benefit of a PV3, this is a perfect example. Put it back to stock, no check engine light, reloaded the Bikeman tune just in case there was a problem with the loading during the flashing process. Got a check engine light again. So today what we've been running is the included tune from DynoJet, which is probably a little bit more of a conservative tune, but it does give you more of your throttle quicker. And the driver of this, our mechanic, has told us that the machine is running cooler, which is great. You always want it to run cooler, so that's a really good thing as well. So we're going to contact Bikeman, and we're going to do a whole separate review on that specific tune, especially now that we have kind of a baseline between the two machines, where they are, to see if the Bikeman tune really did anything. So we're going to try to go ahead and do that for you. The second and last thing that I wanted to show you was the blow-off valve. Now, we did an install video on the blow-off valve, and everybody's like, what the heck? I watched this video for 10 minutes and you didn't even make it blow off? Well, that's because we weren't somewhere we could make it blow off. So out here, we're able to kind of rip around and get it to blow off. If you have a turbocharged car, get a blow-off valve. It's gonna make you smile every time you use it. Plus, it's gonna kind of, flex a little bit of turbo, what you know, ooh, 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 every time. It's like, if I was in shape, I would take my shirt off more. Should I take my shirt off right now? Yeah, I should take it off, huh? I'm gonna take it off. I'm just kidding, don't click off the video. Look, even my daughter gave me a thumbs down for that. Thumbs up for shirts on. All right, well, that's all I'm gonna talk about today. Definitely get a blow-off valve. It's absolutely amazing. The blow-off valve that we actually have through here is through Evo Power Sports. It's a great blow-off valve. It does exactly what it's supposed to, and it sounds really good. The Bikeman exhaust, awesome, especially if you got the coin for it. It's not gonna give you any performance gains, really, unless you get the tune with it, but it's definitely gonna sound good. And man, I think it looks really, really good. So definitely like and subscribe if you haven't. Drop a comment down below of what exhaust you're running and what you would like to see us do next. We are gonna do a spring tender review. I got some spring tenders for the Can-Am from our sponsor to kind of lift it up a little bit and give it a little bit more of a fleshy ride. The Can-Am is awesome. Man, it's low. It is low and it is long, so there's a big breakover. So thank you very much for watching and ride hard.